reading from a book I wrote in a past life called The Meaning of Happiness, when I was incarnated as Alan Watts. And a passage I'm refinding is very interesting. It begins with a prayer written by Saint Francis of Assisi, and he was an ascetic saint, but he exuded pure joy. And it goes as follows: Praise to my Lord for all his creatures, for our brother sun, who bringeth us day and light, and showeth thee unto us. Praise to my Lord for our sister moon, and for the stars hung bright and lovely in heaven. Praise to my Lord for our brother wind, and for air and clouds, calm and all weather, whereby thou maintainest life in all beings. Praise to my Lord for our sister water, useful and lowly, precious and clear. Praise to my Lord for our brother fire, mighty and strong, by whom thou makest for us light in darkness. Praise to my Lord for our mother earth, who doth uphold and teach us, and bringeth forth in many colours both fruit and flowers. Praise to my Lord for sister death, from whom none can flee. Blessed are those who find themselves in thy most holy will, for death shall not harm them. O all ye creatures, praise and bless my Lord, and be thankful, and serve him in great humility. Following this is a subchapter called The Ecstasy of Creation. The hymn of happiness is more than a hymn of acceptance, for it includes not only sun and moon, fire and water, life and death. It also includes God, and those who find God are happy because they share in the ecstasy of creation. They too know the answer to that eternal question of philosophy: why does the universe exist? They know that it exists for an almost childlike reason, for play, or what the Hindus called lila, which is nearly our own word lilt. Chesterton points out that when a child sees you, and when it sees you do something wonderful, it asks you to do it again and again. So too, he says that God made the earth and told it to move round the sun, or if you're geocentric, it's the other way around. And when it had moved round once, he was pleased and said, do it again. Do it again. And he's been saying it ever since. To some, this may seem sentimental, to others irreverent, and yet to others absurd. For how can one say that all the cruelty, destruction, and anguish of life is a play? And if it is a play, is not God like a thoughtless child who picks a butterfly to pieces to watch it struggle? But for what other reason could it have been? What other reason could it have been said that when the foundations of the earth were laid, the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy. But those who ask this question about the cruelty of God's play are expecting him, who answers, to make excuses for God, to justify the ways of God to man, as Milton's Paradise Lost, I think. And as Lao Tzu has tersely and aptly said, those who justify themselves do not convince. Should we ask and expect the universe to conform with our standards of good behavior, and doubt the existence of God in all things because he does not observe the ordinary standards of middle-class humanitarian morality? We think of God as a meek, kindly old gentleman, or else as an infinitely powerful but essentially nebulous spirit of pure love, by which we mean pure dotingness. But as Edwin Arnold has written, it slayeth and it saveth, no wise moved except unto the working out of doom. Its threads are love and life, and death and pain, the shuttles of its loom. The dissertations on the so-called problem of evil, which has so much worried Christian theologians, are nothing more than an attempt to apologize for the deity, and such attempts invariably indicate lack of faith. And faith in God, faith in life, faith in nature is the important thing. That faith is the very key to freedom of the spirit. So there we are. Be free, have fun, and have faith. And may the force be with you.